Live. Hey, what's going on, guys? And welcome back to the Den. Today, we're going to be doing a watch party for Acolyte episode 6. But before we get into that, in the group chat today, I got sent some of the concept designs for some of the sabers and what they thought they were going to do with them. Or I guess what they had initially thought. And man, I am so sad because they look so nice. Maybe not as practical as they should be, and that's maybe why they didn't go with them. But I wanted to pop these up on the screen. Like, look how cool these freaking sabers are, man. Like this, I guess this was for Chimere, the Sith, and then I'm going to show you guys some of the other ones. I personally like this bottom one right here. I don't know, something about it just being cracked in the middle, and then that's where the saber comes out. Like I don't know.
I like the one that's ribbed for your pleasure.
Oh God!
Oh,
Oh God!
that first one kind of looks like Isengard. The name of the tower.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
There's a Lord of the Ring one for the there's a Lord of the Rings kind of inspired one for the Jedi too that we'll see here in a second. But yeah, I wanted to show some of these because these concepts are so freaking cool. Go ahead.
The right one is quite nice.
This
I
one?
mean, it's simple, but like I like the design.
Yeah, I agree. But here, let me. Yeah, and then these were some of the other ones. And then they said they were looking at, like, for some of the Jedi ones, not on this page, but the next one, they were looking at like old like flintlock pistols and stuff like that as kind of like for the barrels, some of the designs you'll see here in a second once it goes to the next page with like this kind of like the emitter having like this one kind of looks weird. It looks like it's like 3 almost. It has 1 here, but it has 3 here. I mean, I like the 1 look. But yeah, this was I thought this bottom right one was kind of Lord of the Rings-esque with it. But even kind of like
elvish.
It's like the Orcrist. Yeah, it's got that belly on it.
I like the Dooku-ish looking one, but as long as the other one didn't have the blasphemy, I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, even that, like, I feel like this one is still fine because it doesn't have.
It makes sense. It makes sense. This one makes sense. The other one has no place ever.
Well, because it has laser.
It's not the laser.
Yeah,
exactly. It's not the laser cross guard. Because I mean, this is honestly almost like similar to Malgus, or like sort of we've seen.
Yeah,
stuff like that,
those are good,
But even like if they would have done like a trimmed down version of this, I feel like it's cooler than. I think I have the sabers on the next. Let me zoom in. Like it's cool. It's cooler than these. Like no hate to these. I guess these are more practical and cheaper to make, but I don't know, man. The designs of the other two were.
Get them now, 1-1 at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, honestly, but we can kind of jump right into the episode. I just wanted to talk about those real quick because. I don't know. I thought it was a cool topic to kind of
Corbin's saber looks like it'd be good for swinging around.
Which one?
And
Corbin's saber, I think, would be good for like swinging around. But the other ones I don't really like. He's got like the wrapped one. Like, or it looks like it's leather wrapped. I don't know.
And before we get into it, on other saber news, Max actually posted today that the Lego 3D printed sabers that he makes, you can actually buy interchangeable blades for them now. So if you're on the market for
that. On his own channel.
Yeah. Hey man, I appreciate it. Smile real quick, guys. I'm gonna post that we're going live on Instagram because I didn't do that. But yeah, if you guys have the and not to segue out of what JT was saying. Yeah, if you guys want to check out that video, it's live now, and I got all the links down below. And JT, I appreciate you as always. You guys are like my little cheerleaders, and I appreciate it. And cheerleaders in a good way, not a condescending way. Because I said that. And
Go to his page, or I will personally rip out your spine using a putting iron. Thank you.
Go to the Den store right now.
That's creative. Honestly, I kind of want to see that just because I want to see what the shape of like the putting, how you would putt, like. I wonder how that would work out for you, honestly.
I mean, I could describe it.
Well, you see. But if you guys are new here, basically what we do is we can't show it, obviously, for copyright reasons, but I'll go 3, 2, 1. We'll count down, start it, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. So if you guys are ready, I'm personally zeroed out, and we can get going.
Yes.
Cool. Actually, you know what? Let me turn down my light just to just a smidgen.
By the way, do
that's
you guys
not-
always zero out like sort of after like that initial like Disney Plus like
When the arc hits the plus, and when the plus like does that
The-
little shine thing, that's when I.
Oh, I just do it all the way to the beginning.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
don't
you
like-
guys are in the future.
Yeah, I just do it at ground zero, and then that's it. But
okay.
but yeah, we're gonna start at Acolyte episode 6, Teach and Corrupt, in 3, 2, 1, go.
drink responsibly.
Always. Because they literally showed it here. Like Kamir like later tries to kill Osha, but there he didn't. It was yeah.
She's like, yeah, it's a long time ago. I did forget.
They brainwashed you. So I'm gonna knock you out. And steal your clothes. And cut my hair.
The main OSHA conversation was the only glitchy part I thought of the last episode.
Agreed.
I was just hoping to see better like on-screen cloning technology, or like to see both their faces at the same time kind of thing. At least.
It ain't that kind of movie.
Yeah, I was saying, I don't know if they don't have the budget
Everything
for
else
Yoda.
is top
I don't
notch.
know if they're gonna
No.
have the budget for that, unfortunately. Ah, the Polynesian spa.
It really is.
The Sif Spa.
Remind me what she got hit by. You guys remember?
Maybe? I don't know.
A rock.
Or-
Yeah, she might have just hurt herself when she got force pushed.
She fell a few times.
Okay.
Mm.
I don't know. So did May though. They're clumsy.
No,
What
no.
the
what
hell is that? Smush it!
Yeah, kill it.
She's on Oct 2.
Kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
Oh no, is it actually?
I don't know.
Hey, people were making connections between Kylo Ren with the theme and the helmet shape, and I would be
No, it
surprised.
looks way bigger.
I don't get
maybe
those
I'm wrong.
references.
I don't know.
I don't know about it. Oh no,
I don't know, Max.
Oh, it looks pretty similar if you ask me. Oh,
Like where Luke
I don't know,
hangs
man.
out in the sequels? I don't know.
What was in the sequels? What'd you say?
Is that where Luke is in the
Unknown
sequels?
planet.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
Oct
like
2, yeah.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Highlander Islands of Scotland or Ireland or something like that.
Scotland.
It's where Liam Neeson's from.
Have you tried plugging it off and on again?
I like this guy.
Oh, see, he's fine. He just needed to be put on the charger. I like how she's sneaking around like he can't sense that she's behind him.
He probably knows.
Yeah, like why wouldn't he know? Got the scars.
Hold up, buddy.
Hey, what a perv. She's peeping on him. I'm gonna steal his clothes.
Yeah, he just looked at her.
Oh. He knows it's OSHA then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, please stay where you are, actually.
He would have saw they had different tattoos.
Because I'm hiding something from you in the council that I don't want to bring to light. Nice self-report, Vanessa.
Um, okay, we've seen these. Thank you.
I know. I was like,
Nasty, man.
Like, come on, get to it.
how many times are they going to show us the birds? They just put a lot of effort into them.
Yeah.
They're really proud of them.
They're not proud of the Wookiee. Sorry.
That's brutal.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It's actually anger, fear, hate, suffering, but we'll let it slide, I guess.
Semantics.
Whoa. Oh. Because that's not how it works, champion.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, get her.
What's he gonna do?
Why?
Okay. What?
What was the reason?
Well, he still feels protective over May too, or for some reason, I think.
It's not like they're gonna kill her on the spot.
Yeah, those centipedes and their lightsabers.
She's got even more teardrops than Indara did.
Power of many. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Oh.
The Stanleys, what's going on, man?
Name drop.
Who would have thought? Then it's stuck on you. Haha.
Bro, Vader put on that Lord Momin helmet and it got stuck on him, so yeah. I'm good. Yeah.
She's like, I kind of want to try it on.
Come to me, Norman.
Oh no.
Rip.
Okay. That is okay.
Just a flesh wound.
Tits
Oh.
but a scratch. Oh. Take a wild guess.
What's that like all we see of the whip? No more whip after that.
Knock on wood. Jeez.
I don't like it.
Could you imagine?
I like the whip so far.
Yeah, we saw like 2 seconds of it, but I'm here for
At least she wasn't dragging it on the ground like a Sith Lord.
it.
That's what I was worried about.
I want to play a game.
Oh no.
And we still don't get an explanation. Cuts. Oh man.
He's gonna explain, don't worry.
Are you sure about that?
And you see nothing. Okay.
And that's the episode. All right. All right.
Whoa, that was super epic.
Freaking.
All right. What'd you guys think?
Yeah.
I was into it. The dialogue was really good this episode, at least. Like it wasn't. I don't know. I felt like all the dialogue was above what we've had before this.
It calls to you.
I'll agree. I'll agree with you there. I think the dialogue was stronger this episode, but there were moments like when Osha, disguised as May, feels the lightsaber, and he's like, "You're giving into your rage," and she's like up in front of him like that. I'm like, this is just kind of cringe. And then
Agreed.
when May is disguised as Osha, and she's talking to Soul, when the lights are turned off in the ship, they're speaking in like the same tone, so it just seems kind of boring to me, honestly. This is one of those character development episodes, though, like you see once and you don't really need to go back, because at the end of the day, we're still kind of at square one at the beginning of the episode, which is May is in Soul's possession and Osha is in Chimera's possession. And really the only thing that happened is Vernestra visited, found out what happened, and then May's or Osha's potentially getting corrupt, I guess. So
I feel like Soul's demeanor's also changed a little bit too. He's like, look, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna listen to what I have to say. I don't know. It was kind of giving me a little bit more like
Yeah,
dark
he's like,
side.
we got a
vibes.
mission, all right?
That's why I said that earlier. I was like, oh, big game.
it just felt a little mids to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm digging the credits music too. It's dark.
Yeah. I think he's looking for an apprentice. I don't think he's looking for a wife, but maybe. I mean, he went skinny dipping. He knew he was going to follow her, and he went skinny dipping. So he's like, "Hey, man."
I mean,
Oh yeah, no,
Little bit
don't get
off.
me started. I thought that
Mhm.
was just so unnecessary and weird.
I think the disguise thing was unnecessary too because they ended up finding out so quick, anyways.
Mm.
It seemed more so just a gimmick to just be in the other person's possession.
Well, I felt like it was going to happen because I was like, "There's no way that Soul doesn't realize that it's May." Like even with like the her hiding her tattoo and cutting her hair and stuff like that.
Well,
Like I was like, he's going to sense that it's not her.
I don't think Osha
But
was
he didn't, though.
pretending to be May though. Like she didn't have May's haircut or nothing.
No,
right?
I was talking about May and Soul.
Okay, yeah.
I see. I don't like that it took him so long to figure out. Though he's a Jedi, he should sense. Like even when she came in the room, she's holding a knife. He's like seeing through the Force that she's in the in the room.
Yeah.
You can't see that she's
Well,
holding.
maybe
a
he
knife.
does. It just doesn't. He doesn't say it until you never know.
It
But
just seems like copium though, because there's plenty of moments in Star Wars where there's like a sneak up attack, and
Yeah.
the person using the Force can sense the person's holding a weapon or something. Look at
Oh,
Attack of the Clones. Look at
you
got Sam Wessel walking up with the pistol. Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
done.
yeah, true.
Like this
With harmful intent. Yeah,
and this is the height of the Jedi, right? They should.
I think so.
And
Yeah.
also,
know
and
that.
also the hype of the Jedi, and they don't know that like you can't like read someone's mind if their will is strong enough. AKA Clone Wars, episode whatever, where they caught Cad Bane and they needed Mace Windu and
triple
yeah,
interrogation.
triple.
Yeah.
Like sort of like there is such a thing as like if you're so strong-minded, even as someone who's not force sensitive, like you can't read someone's mind. So that whole thing with the helmet and you can't read my mind, dude. If you're not powerful enough that he can't read your mind anyway, you're doing something really wrong.
Well, so on the helmet, I actually don't mind the gimmick with like the reverse Magneto effect, where like you're
I
wearing
totally
the helmet, you're
felt
kind
that
of
the last time we saw it.
yeah, you're kind of like in your own sensage, which was cool. But there's plenty of moments in the last episode where his helmet was off.
Well, I feel
right?
like it's like a helmet, like it's like Magneto mixed with like almost like Cerebro, because like when Professor X puts Cerebro on, he can kind of like sense every mutant,
yeah,
and it kind of like does like not only does it kind of like deflect like stuff, like it seems like it like kind of hones yourself with the Force, and then we see that I don't know if you guys caught that, but that vein of cortosis. So he got the cortosis from that island because there was like on the wall there was like a vein of it, like one singular.
I'd be hard pressed to find out if that island also was an Octu. It looks way too similar.
Yeah, it definitely does have those
And-
same vibes. I don't think it is, but it definitely does have those.
I guarantee
vibes.
you they will never clarify. They will just let you burn in your own thoughts on that one.
One thing I will say though that is cool, since we are reading Plagueis and stuff like that, Vanestra's quote, like tipping the scales, that's a Plagueis line, because Plagueis says that when they're like tampering. He's like I forget like the line quote for quote, but he mentions tipping the scales.
He does that a couple times. Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
says
so
that a
like
couple
that's
times.
definitely like a Plagueis kind of like little nod throw in there, which I thought was cool.
That's pretty
we'll
cool.
have
yeah.
our way with the Force is the same way we'll have our way with the Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. I did appreciate that. Well, I don't
Only
know, man.
works with the weak-minded. But yeah, kind of a shorter episode this week. Not like super crazy amount of stuff to talk about. I'm trying to like
What do you
rack
mean?
my brain around.
We saw a ton of shots of these like elephant creatures.
I do like the creature design, but yeah, I don't think we needed that many shots of it, dude. That was the highlight of the thing though. Was Percy was like they can't give us Kalnaka though. Like what the heck?
I got
Some
me
of those
dying
elephant
inside.
things.
That's the predecessor to the Porg, dude. When they're
Honestly, I
still,
like
they become
that.
a rock.
I like that better
Probably.
than the Porg. I like that better than the Porg for sure. But I don't know, guys. You guys have anything else to say? I mean, I don't. I'm trying to like think of other stuff to say. There wasn't really a lot.
Nothing really happened.
That was
I
a
mean,
cool episode. I think I'll have more for the round table, like on a
Yeah, you
rewatch.
I feel like there's some Easter eggs for it. I feel like there's a lot of Easter eggs and stuff. One thing I will say, I do like how the ship, like what JT was saying, how like the ship connects with the hyperdrive. It was cool that we kind of get to see that functionality, kind of like Obi-Wan going to Camino and Geonosis too. Because doesn't it happen in Camino? Doesn't he show him like flying Camino too?
Also
I
happens there.
Either way you slice it, that's like the High Republic era of like a hyperspace ring, you know?
Yeah. It'll be interesting. It'll be in like they've teased fucking Souls like what he's gonna say for like 60 years. I'm like, just say it already, dude. I'm like, how many episodes are we gonna get? It's time to talk. I'm gonna tell you later. I'm gonna tell you like we've literally gotten like 4 episodes of him being like, I need to tell you something. I'm like, bro,
next episode he's gonna start saying it and then he gets kicked in the face by me.
I thought he was gonna die before he could tell the story, so at least he's still alive. Like it's like better than my prediction, which was that he would die this episode. So
he's definitely dying for sure. Like I don't think he's walking out. Like how could he walk out of it?
He's too angry now. But I like his turn. That I can bring up one thing. That scene where he wasn't talking and he was just being emotional. He turned off the computer before he started trying to contact the council again, and he was talking to May after that too. But literally just like a minute and a half of him not saying a word was like as good or better acting than anyone else in the show. So props to him.
Sometimes you need
for sure. I mean, Soul is
really
backpacking
cool.
the team. I think Chimera and Soul are like the strongest characters by far, at least in my opinion. The Stanleys, I really hope not for either of those.
Yeah,
I don't want either of those. I hope not.
Super bad.
Because Plagueis couldn't even figure that out, and I'm sorry, Plagueis is way more of a bad. I like Chimera, but Plagueis is way more of a badass than Chimera. And if Plagueis couldn't even figure it out, I don't know how Chimera could figure it out. So, I mean, Plagueis kind of pseudo figured it out at the end, but
stay tuned.
Yeah.
Not fully. He kind of like pseudo did it, but yeah. I hope he's not disguising his age or anything like that. I guess we'll see. There's got to be something going on because, like, I think there's something between Soul and Chimera because he was talking about getting thrown away and stabbed in the back. He's got a giant scar on the back. I think it's going to lead up to them something happening because Soul obviously knows something about Chimera, right? Because
you know what that mark on the back kind of looks like? I just thought it'd be something I should point out, but it reminds me of a whip. And there's a character with a whip in the show. And I think she might have been his master or something.
That'd be cool.
I don't know, man. We still got a flashback we got to see because in the trailer we seen Torben screaming with getting his face scratched or something like that, you know.
Which is, I'm wondering where Chimera plays into this.
For sure.
Oh yeah, definitely more for sure.
We only got 2 episodes though, 2 more.
Two more. I think.
Hopefully they're longer.
7 and 8. Yeah.
Hopefully that last one. Hopefully that last one's a lot longer.
Spicy. Yeah, it'll be spicy. But yeah, I don't know because like, where does Chimera come into play? Because like Venestra's not with them on that planet with the witches. So like, where does that come into play?
Neither's Chimera.
But maybe he is because they said in the interviews before the show even came out that he's obviously got to find May. So I guess May could get off the planet, but maybe he's going there or something. I don't know. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but it'll be interesting, I guess, to see how it plays out, how they, with 2 episodes left, how they kind of pull everything together, if they do pull everything together. I think Leslie Headland said that this was supposed to be like everything was supposed to be resolved within the first season and that it did need a second season unless the fans really wanted it.
She also said that this show was supposed to be in the perspective of the bad guys and make the Jedi look like the antagonists, and we're 6 deep and I have yet to see either.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're really going to see that in that
episode
flashback.
5 was going to be on par, even better than Duel of the Fates. And
see, who said that, though? Because I don't think Leslie Headland said that. Do you guys know who actually said that?
No, not the Leslie Headland, but like the people involved. It was like in some article.
The
people working on it were like sort of, I don't remember. It might have even been like stunt people or something.
I think the PR team is just trying to.
Yeah, they're just
regardless of the hype, like trying to get hype from it, because like why? Like, I think it was you, JT. It was like, why do you even have to compare it? Why can't it just be like, hey, this is a really badass fight? Like, why does it have to be better? Like, why even make the comparison and even remotely set yourself up for? I don't even know if failure is the right word, but like, just like not like because like
you give yourself a bar. You
Yeah.
set yourself a bar to reach, and you'll end up disappointing yourself if you don't hit that bar. It's like going to the gym, you know. I mean, it's not even also about trying to compare yourself. It's just the PR team in general too. I mean, the director shouldn't be responding in such a way on Twitter, X, whatever, to fans throwing answers out there, because it's creating a mess. It really is.
Well, you didn't see like, I mean, I guess Twitter wasn't around when George was kind of a thing, but like you didn't see George going on forums and stuff like that and talking with people and
yeah,
stuff.
because the man has class.
He didn't have time.
I mean, George is the GOAT, so I mean, we all know that.
That's also an era where Star Wars just came out and you took it at face value. There was no Twitter responses, you said, from the
the internet was fresh too. Like back when the prequels were coming out, there wasn't a whole bunch of. I mean, the internet was there, but I mean, it was like coming off the 90s,
uncharted territory.
He said he was a Jedi. When did he say he was a Jedi?
Whenever they were going back and forth in the cave and stuff like that, when he was going like outside.
Wait,
yeah, he said he was abandoned.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've always had the back
which episode?
of my head just in case.
This one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he said it in this one.
Yeah, when he was talking to Osha in the cave, like thrown aside, just like you, or something along
those lines. Wait, but
did he say he was a Jedi?
No, he didn't. I mean, Osha was then like, "Were you a Jedi?" But like, he doesn't answer. So,
because that's what I'm saying.
I feel like it was implied anyway.
Charlie, what did you say?
Back of my head. No, it's okay. I've always had the back of my head.
Sorry,
always had the back of my head that maybe that's his son.
Souls?
Yeah.
But then how would he have a kid because he's a Jedi? That's the thing. It's like too many questions.
Jedi are not supposed to have kids.
Sometimes people get frisky. Okay?
He's got to get sometimes.
And you think Saul would not have recognized his son or felt the presence of his son?
Look, sometimes whenever you do stuff, you leave. Sometimes when you have to do stuff, you leave.
Yeah,
I know.
I
was thinking maybe more like he was like a Padawan or something like that. Like maybe
my dirty mom has no limits. Just don't.
Like I don't know. Like because like is he a master? I guess he is a master because when like in the flashback with the sisters and stuff like that, because he says to Osha that he's going to train her. So I guess he would have to be. I mean, I guess we did see Obi-Wan become a master. He was a knight or whatever. So I don't know, but maybe they could do some apprenticeship, or maybe you're right. Maybe it is like Venestra or something like that, because Venestra is like apparently she's in the High Republic stuff, so she's been around for a minute. So Percy was saying with the whip theory, like maybe he was like one of Venestra's pupils or something.
She was actually like whipping him, but like if she was trying to get him and that's her weapon, it, like that kind of wound would make sense.
Oh, he was talking to her after he swam. Okay, maybe I just missed. I got to go back and rewatch the episode. Maybe I just missed that part.
One thing it's one thing that's been on my mind pretty much like for like the entirety of the show, and I mean like sort of this time like sort of in dialogue it got touched upon again, but I really don't like sort of how many like High Republic era Padawans sort of like didn't end up sort of getting trained or like left the order or like sort of were sort of forced to leave the order, because like I mean I haven't read the High Republic books. Avela has some, and there are some cases also there where that happened, and it's just like anything else canon wise where you look at it, one of the hardest things to do is for you to leave the order. Like okay, Ahsoka, that's one very specific case, and I mean mainly driven by the fact that Anakin doesn't have a Padawan to Revenge of the Sith, but like anything else, like for instance we have like the whole sort of storyline with like Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon like in books where like Obi-Wan basically is like, hey, I'm out, I'm gonna do this thing, peace, but like Qui-Gon doesn't give up on him and like literally like hides sort of that whole thing from the council, and in the end like Obi-Wan returns, and here it's sort of like, oh yeah, like sort of like, oh, my history was so tough, so I left and nobody stopped me, and well, now I'm not a Jedi, and sort of
Strike. They doubled down on what you just said this episode, though. When they're at the pools and when they're on, or Osha's talking to Kamir, he's like, "Funny you mentioned soul before your sister. The connection between a master and a pupil, like that connection alone is stronger than family, because that is your new family, that is your lifestyle. So, like you said, it is like near impossible to just decide you want to leave the order like that."
Yeah.
But is it though? Because like they don't really like. I get it's hard like emotionally to make that decision, but like the Jedi don't keep people. Like it's not like a prison. Like you can leave whenever you like if you don't want to be a part.
No, that's not the point. But like, if you're a Jedi and if you're trained as a Jedi, like you're that kind of person. Like the master that is designated to you, he will not give up on you.
Mm-hmm.
Like we all go through trouble. It's almost like puberty. Yeah. We all go through troubles where we need to find ourselves. But the point is that people need to hold on to us and like just like guide us through those troubled times and not give up on us. Like sort of, yeah. So,
but I'm just saying, like, it doesn't make it impossible though. Yeah, challenging and hard for sure, but I don't think it makes it like impossible for it to happen.
It's just very convenient that this whole thing has introduced that in multiple cases.
Okay, impossible or not, maybe poor choice of word on that, but definitely extremely unlikely. And we already have Osha and theoretically Chimera that both left the order. Order. You know, it's just. There's so many moments in the Clone Wars where Obi-Wan's not the father figure Anakin needs. He's the brother figure. With how many times he brutally scolds him in the comics and all this stuff. But like Strike said, he never, ever gives up on him. The Master is pretty much in life debt to the Padawan. They would rather die than see their Padawan die. So yeah,
for sure. When does because I'm thinking, you guys got me thinking now. When does the Lost 19 take into effect? Because there obviously had to be more than 19 20? Jedi that were just like, or was it 20?
It was 20.
Dooku was
the last one in Rise of Lord Vader. Spoilers. There's a moment, me and Strike's favorite moments. I was rather fond of Commander Abu. That little moment. Not too long after that, it's whenever, perhaps Shrine, you're referring to the Chosen One. Have you not pointed out already? I am, and everything. But yeah, so Dooku was.
But when does it start? Like when does the Lost 19 like take into effect?
I don't think we know. Like basically, I think the outline. History. But I think sort of like the whole history of the Lost 20 is
they're all masters.
Well, for one, they're all masters. Okay. Like those, like they're not Padawans. Like the point is, they're masters, and all of them like started to disagree that the Jedi went into politics so much. Like they disagreed with the way things were handled. So like we're talking here about like adults that are masters. They know what they're doing and they make their own decision. We're not talking about like a Padawan who's still growing up.
Right, for sure. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
You can fail your trials though too, and you can also never be chosen by a master in the first place.
Of course, but here in all of those scenarios, we're talking about Padawans.
They've both been chosen
at past their trials. Like I mean,
there's like the Jedi Knight trials on top of the.
Oh yeah, but if you fail them, you don't get like kicked out. Like you
get out of here.
Longer.
Scram.
Like you're just a Padawan until you pass the trials. Like they don't kick you out if you don't make it. So they. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we just don't have enough information about Chimera either, because he could totally be lying too. I mean, that's the whole problem with this show is like they're like purposely like withholding all this information, so we're left to make assumptions like the birth thing. We're all getting kind of like heated over the birth of like the twins and stuff like that, but they glaze over that like hella quick. They glaze over him being, and I'm not covering for them, I'm just saying like they need to give us more information on that stuff, because I feel like Strike's right in that regards, is like we're kind of thinking too far into it and they're just not going to give us that information, but it's really crucial to kind of have it as like a fan and like a sweaty, I would say.
Even as a casual
Wow.
fan, like that's a main plot device. You
I-
need that answer.
And to be fair, I say I don't think they're gonna give us more input, and I think like we should take it face value.
I don't want to. I want to be nerdy and sweaty and all that fun stuff. But
I'm
they're
gonna
just
be
not-
sweaty.
Well, I'm already sweaty because it's hot as heck in this office. But no, I mean, I think we're kind of going down a rabbit hole now. But I don't know. I mean, do you guys have anything else to add, or should we end it
Don't
here?
like the lightsaber whip.
Cool.
You don't like the
I think
lightsaber
you
whip? We got
should-
2 seconds of it. How do you say you not like it?
No, because like the point of the 2 seconds is because I mean they showed like it in like shittier quality like in the trailer, and like here it was very obvious. It's the sort of like the classic sort of lightsaber beam with like the white in the middle and like the color on the hue color on the outside, and it's like bendy and all that stuff.
Super saturated.
Sort of like apart from the fact that something like that has never existed, and all you EU nerds go sit down because that whip works differently. It's not actually like a complete lightsaber thing. It's like different parts that like have like sort of laser thingies like on individual parts, but it's
almost
not
like a
just like
centipede or
one.
something.
But it's not
I'll
just
have
like a
to-
lightsaber that's like.
Githany.
I'll have to look
like
into
one from Visions.
Lumia's.
What?
I'll have to look into Lumia's because I can't remember exactly how hers works. But yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that extra 0.03 milliseconds we got of the scene that we haven't seen in the trailer of that lightsaber whip is just it hitting the bug. That is it.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think Percy said he was the one that liked it, so I'm kind of siding with Percy on that. I think until I actually see it in combat, which we might not get to see it in this, I think the concept is cool, but I need to see it before I can give it personally like my personal stamp of approval. I need to see it used in like combat and see whether we get that or not. Who knows? But as right now, I don't know. I think it's a cool concept. So
The reason why I don't like it is because like anything else in Star Wars, like on screen anyway, but like even like in other media, it's like lasers are straight. We're not going to start down the rabbit hole of lightsabers being unrealistic, but like stay with me. but like it's straight, you know, like blaster bolts are straight, like lightsabers are straight, like even the crossguard thingies are
No.
anyway,
No. I will leave. No. That's a solid no.
No,
You want
but,
Charlie
like,
to go?
sort
I
of-
will leave.
No, I'm kidding.
That's a big no.
I take it out of the. No, but like the point
Charlie
is sort
put
of like
foot down moment.
we get it, Charlie. We get it, brother. No more crossguard. No more crossguard. We got you.
no, but like this is sort of like the established way of how lasers work. So I like sort of like because we have things like the Zygarian, like
Yeah.
electric whips.
Yeah, but those
Then-
I was gonna say those aren't lightsabers too.
No, those are lightsabers, and that's why it's fine that they work the way they do because it's different material, it's different like energy. So
Obi-Wan getting
yeah.
whipped.
that's my case. Thank you
Is
very
that how
much.
Luke? I'm not a bit. I haven't dove into
There,
Legends
go
yet,
back
so
and
like I
look.
don't
It's
really know how.
it's the old Marvel stuff too. She's wearing like this like tabard head.
Why
White,
does he
yeah,
have-
it's, I
He
need
has
to go
a
back
Yeah,
second blade
and
like
Luke-
Chimere.
Yeah, no, like he has like a actual second, like he has like a Shoto like lightsaber.
Oh,
Yeah.
Inside his pommel. He like takes it out.
He was pretty
So
pissed
exactly
at the
like
time,
Chimera.
too.
Is
He was
Luke
badass in that thing. I think it was right. Spoilers. I think it was right after Mara died, and he was like,
Damn
I'm gonna kick-
man, what the hell?
Wait, but was Luke's also attached like in one grip? I thought it was two different lightsabers.
He had one
Luke's.
green and one blue.
Are you talking about his Shoto? Yeah, no, he had a Shoto like standalone lightsaber like a
Right, yeah, because we're not
Oh,
talking
okay.
about Chimere, like the Luke, like
Yeah.
where he had two. Yeah.
No, I was
Oh.
talking about Chimere, how his
Oh,
yeah.
he pulled the pommel out. But no, Luke's is definitely a side
Like,
Shoto
yeah.
one that he
right.
just a parry and then
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
saying
yeah.
Luke had the same thing, and I was
No,
like,
no,
that's
no,
not
no.
new at all. What the heck?
No.
no.
I need to go back and read that
Um,
book. It's been a while.
Hey, if you're XR Kun, you don't even need a Shoto. Yours just extends.
damn
and
right.
good to go.
Damn right.
Extendo blade.
It's my favorite.
But all right, guys. I think that kind of wraps up this. We're sitting at about an hour. I think that's good. But definitely catch us for the not watch party, the round table on Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Go give all these guys follows on all their stuff, all their YouTubes, all their Instagrams, all that fun stuff. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and may the force be with you. Peace out. Bye.